Hey there, this is Zephyr, and today I wanted to start a new run of something, and it's a very old, but kind of not. So this is Diablo 1, and I am going to be doing a sword and board rogue, and just playing basic Diablo 1. However, I am playing on a mod, so make sure that everything is kind of the same as normal Diablo 1. So the only thing I have enabled are quality of life upgrades and just basic stuff. So I don't have damage numbers turned on. I think that's weird. But I do have like the experience bar here. The difference is just being able to visualize it, and I can see it up here normally. Right? So this allows me to see it there. It's got some upscaling and some fitting to the screen there. We got the slain townsman, so we got the butcher quest. Probably won't do the butcher right away by any means.
Has been fouled.
And as soon as I get a melee weapon, I will be switching to melee permanently. I don't know if I'll use spells, but we'll see. So this mod is called Devolution X. If you have a copy of the game, mine is from GOG, so it works fully with that. All you have to do is put your data file in and go. So it seems pretty easy to install, and it feels a little smoother. I think the frame rate's a little higher. It's a recompiled from source, rebuilt Diablo 1. But it should be exactly the same as everything else. That is the worst cape ever. Okay, so I don't have to pick up gold to pick up gold. My inventory's open, it would put it on your cursor. So like it would do this. That's a difference. I'm okay with that. Again, it's just kind of a quality of life thing. So we'll see how different it is. Got a buckler, we just need a weapon. And I definitely feel some smoothing going on. There's definitely some higher quality frame rate. It's not running at, I think the original was like 18 frames a second. So there's some definite smoothing and upscaling and stuff going on, but I think some anisopic, whatever, AF filtering. Come on. These are probably better. We've got some highlighting going on. Again, it's not significantly different, but you know, you can see that this is blue. I'm okay with that. That's decent. For now, let's just... I don't even care about this one armor cape. So let's do some rundown. What is Diablo 1? 1996 December, supposedly, as what I've read. Pretty leveled up. I'm gonna go hard into dexterity on this character. See how much that bites me. Old game. Very old game. Kind of barely runs on modern systems. But the GOG version has a DirectX wrapper to it that allows it to run. And then this Devolution X has its own recompiled executable. So everything is a workaround. The GOG version, I think, is kind of your best bet for a lot of stuff, unless you own the old stuff. You know, back in the day, I do, but I don't have a CD drive anymore. So let's see here. In Diablo 1, by default, friendly fire is turned on. So any form of projectile is friendly fireable. I do have that turned off, and that is one of the most common mods, I think, for Diablo 1. It's a very old mod. Got Book of Firebolt, excuse me. Very, very different skill. Book of Charge Bolt. We can highlight stuff too. Oh, I missed a potion down there. We do have highlighting for items. That is not part of the normal base game here. I'm not going to walk all the way around for that. So the first melee weapon. Here we go. And then since we have a buckler, we'll just do a buckler. I want to say originally, and maybe this is a false memory, that you could equip unidentified items and actually get their stats. You just didn't know what they were. But maybe I am wrong. So old school Diablo, there's no running in this. There's only a handful of item types. They all basically animate the same speed, so a dagger and a sword are, I believe, the exact same speed. Gold was actually in your inventory. You do have this nice, very large hotbar for potions. I actually enjoy this. You can also put scrolls in here, by the way. So you can activate a spell real easy. Well, a consumable spell. I actually like this hotbar better than Diablo 2. Okay, we're gonna back off a second. There we go. If items break, they are gone forever. So durability comes into play. I don't know what the block chance... Yeah, that doesn't show here. It doesn't show in the original either, so... I don't know what the block chance is on a shield. And maybe check that out. Some interesting little tidbits are... So in Diablo 2, you've probably seen, like, a mace class has 50% extra damage to undead. Now, that's true from Diablo 1, too, except for in Diablo 1, it's a multiplier instead of a plus. So, some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about here. So yeah, all your physical damage was multiplied instead of just simply plussed. Which also comes into play that if you use a sword or a bladed weapon... Get this stuff out of here. Against an undead, the opposite is also true. You do half damage. Which means that undead are kind of scary in this.
I can't use this.
Can't do this. Okay. We'll have to see how much... oh, another weapon. 1 to 8. Take that. I do have a scroll of identify, so let's... +1 to vitality. One whole health. So, picking your weapon actually kind of had a little bit of a meaning to it, at least. I believe arrows did even damage to everything. And then... Oh, I can shift-click that. I don't think that was allowed in the original, but maybe it was. I just shift-clicked all 5 points into dexterity. So, having the sword equipped does mean that I do less damage to these guys. Gotta watch out for these exploding barrels. I don't remember what it is, but there's a certain angle that if you come at the barrel, it'll give you more distance, because there's actually like a grid here. It goes like X this way diagonally and Y this way diagonally kind of thing. And the barrels will explode, and you can kind of like avoid being in the range of it or something. Another scroll of identify. The rogue can see if there's a trap on a door or sarcophagus or whatever. I think it's just the rogue can see that. Maybe all of them can see that. It's been a while. Been too long, Diablo. We must meet again. Anyway. That's right. Man, it's been forever. She can disarm traps. We'll have to use that. Demons take 100% damage from all physical sources, so that's that. Animals take extra damage from bladed. So blades do have a value, just not against undead. So, just for a second, I'm going to Alt-Tab. Apparently it pauses the game. Axes, bows, staves, hands, and feet all do 100% damage to all animal types, or enemy types. Undead, animal, and demon. So swords, it has to be a sword class to do extra damage to animal, not a blade alone. So axes don't count. Maybe they should, but you know, it's an old game. Clubs, anything that like clubs, maces, whatever, they do 50% damage to animals and 50% extra or 1.5x to undead. So there you go. Just double checking my numbers. Making sure I'm not lying to you. Okay, I think I blocked part of that. A lot of bucklers. A lot of bucklers. I don't know what that's all about. We don't need this many bucklers. I don't know if it matters that I keep the better buckler there. So in Diablo 1, it's actually really valuable, in my opinion at least. It's really valuable to clear everything out because each floor you go to is going to be significantly harder. In Diablo 2, it's per zone, and then Path of Exile also follows this. So every time you go into a new zone, it just kind of goes up a level. But in Diablo 2 and Path of Exile, the levels are, like, halved, I guess is the best way to put that. So in Diablo 1, you only have 50 levels. You can go to level 50 as a character, as a player. But in Diablo 2, you can go to level 99. And I believe the same is true in Path of Exile, level 99 being the max. So you've got this interesting progression system. Now I have modded Diablo 2 in the past. Sell this mace, sell that cape. We'll sell this other mace. We'll keep that for a second. That seems like it could be good. Oh, what did I hit? Oh, yeah, let's do save. Apparently that's a version button. Hit V and it shows you your version of the game. Over here.
Hello, my friend.
Identify an
Stay
item.
a while and listen.
Attacker takes 1 to 3 damage. That's actually really good. Buckler of Magic, I don't think that's going to help me much. Bronze. Is it Falchion or Falcon? I don't know. I don't know how that's pronounced. I've only ever seen it in text. Chance to hit +1 damage, blah, 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 blah. Say goodbye. Okay, we'll go over here. So this is blue. I didn't realize that. It does have the blue outline. I like that. Cute. Simple, easy. Chance to hit +1. You get chance to hit from dexterity, so every 5 dexterity gives 1 chance to hit, I believe it is. We have 73% chance to hit. Feels tad high. That seems high. Maybe I'm just thinking about something else. We've got Firebolt, we've got Charge Bolt, and we got Holy Bolt. Holy Bolt's really useful if you have, like... Well, I mean, you can use it on any undead. It only deals damage to undead, though. And Diablo himself, for whatever reason. They wanted to make sure you could hurt him with every spell, I guess. In Devolution, you can enable Adria to refill your mana. I did not do this. I don't want that. So we're not going to do that. I will keep the potions and sell these books. Some of the... Oh, and you can see item icons up in here. It's kind of cute. I say cute a lot. I don't know. I don't know why. It's because I have kids, and they're cute, and they do cute things, so everything is cute now to me. We want a Scroll of Town portal. And... Long Staff of Swiftness. I would like to do a staff-based melee character in this game. I've never done it, and I know that there's some stuff in Hellfire. I refuse to play Hellfire. I've watched videos on it, and I just refuse to play it. It's just weird. Hellfire is like a bunch of quests and ideas from the cutting room floor turned into an expansion pack by an entirely different team from Sierra. So it's weird to me, and I never had it as a kid because it was an expansion pack. Played this game in my teens back in the day, so showing my age a little bit. Didn't play it when it first came out though. Played it more in the Diablo 2 era. Got the battle chest pack. Do not have enough gold. This Staff of Mana Shield is actually crazy. Resist lightning 24% and gives charges, 10 charges of Mana Shield. I believe you only lose your Mana Shield if you go to 0, or naturally you die and have to reload. I think that doesn't count because it's not a real death. But yeah, and then the Scroll of Flash. I believe Flash is... Do not buy that. The Scroll of Flash. I believe Flash is Teleport. Want to sell anything. Okay. The actual frame rate of the mod here is actually bothering me. It just feels too smooth. I can't do anything in this screen though. But it's just such a dated game, so it just feels so smooth. I was just playing this yesterday. I actually had a failed recording. Because of some stuff there. Leather armor. We're buying that. Do not care about the thorns damage. Buckler magic has 4 armor instead of 3. Required 30 strength. That would require 2 levels or like a lucky ring or something here.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
So maybe we'll hold on to that. It's not great, but buy premium items. Okay, I like the icons on the left. It's nice. It's simple, but it's nice. Knockback is kind of silly in Diablo games. It's just weird, but it's silly at the same time. Repair everything and get out of here. But yeah, knockback is really kind of funny. It's a form of like stun. I think it might be the only form of stun in Diablo 1. Diablo actually has knockback, and so he can actually be really obnoxious. He can push you into groups of enemies that you may be skipped from killing, or he can push you into the wall. I don't think pushing into the wall does anything other than literally just tries to move you into the wall and fails, basically. But I know knockback is one of the least favored stats in Diablo 2, and there's kind of a good reason for that. If you're melee and you push something back, you can't reach it. So it's kind of frustrating in that sense. Get over here. Get over here. Y'all have run amok and made everything foul. You foul demons. Will pay for your existence? I don't know. They just merely exist, so. Let's say pay for their sins, but they're demons. Do they sin? The moral quandaries of playing video games. A lot of dudes in there. Nothing. Oh yeah, right. I can hit Alt. Okay, we're just gonna... I mean, they're still carvers and devilkin and stuff, so they do actually just sit there and... they real scatter every time you kill something nearby. They do this in the first game, and the second game. Sorry, the second game as well. But the... in my opinion, at least, we want to move this over here. Move that over there so that we don't accidentally use a town portal when we're trying to use an identify. I'll just put these in here just for the sake of putting them in here. Save occasionally. Look, a holy bolt. What was I saying? Oh, man. I got distracted. I got distracted by all the bookcases. So many scrolls. Oh, scroll of town portal. Ooh, piece of candy. Everything's a piece of candy. Come on, click the box. Oh, carvers. Yeah, the carvers and devilkin and stuff running away. In Diablo 2, I feel like they scatter way too hard. It's just like their AI is way too strong. It's one thing if they just kind of scatter a little bit, but... We lose 2 damage, but we gain 2 minimum. That's a mace, so it's better against undead. I don't know. So here's one of the big questions of... hotkeys. I set them myself and I still don't remember them. Big question of Diablo games. First 2 Diablo games have durability. And they act as horror survival games. Okay, we're not gonna... First one at least acts as a horror survival game. Can I kill this thing? Oh, it's a unique. That's what the issue is. Okay. Oh, it's not a unique. They're just plague eaters. I thought it was a unique because it had a new name. Dang. Wait, devilkin are animals? That's news to me. But they're devils. I did not know that. I don't know if I believe that, honestly. I have to check this now. Let's see here. Devilkin. If they have a spear, they're considered animals. Interesting. So if they have a different weapon, they're not animals. I wonder if that's just an error back in the day. They're like, oh, this is... That has a sword. Interesting. So... Let's do this. Yeah, and then it takes only 2 hits if I get lucky. I was going to go on a rant about durability. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Let's get to like a doorway or something. Get out of here. Okay. Rags. From rags to riches. I should be, like, practically unhittable right now with this leather armor, though. Like, that is some serious armor class. Yeah, so, durability in Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. Every other Diablo game and Diablo-like has completely abandoned this concept. I'm curious to see, of my audience especially, who misses this mechanic? Who thinks that Diablo games should... Diablo games, Diablo likes, I didn't realize that was trapped, but should always have this mechanic, that they're sort of a survival horror that needs to have a more survival element to it, where you have to, I don't think it can give me enough of these portals at this point. This is ridiculous. It does, in this game at least, make you think about, do I want to use a town portal and go home when the game doesn't give you 17 of them, versus, and repair, versus just picking up something in the, down here in the dungeon. Have the best hitting skills ever. Get over here. I find it more interesting probably for specific situations than all situations. And it doesn't apply to every game, of course. I did not like durability in the game Prey. I felt like you already had ammo. Why do I need durability on top of ammo? That seems weird. And it wasn't, as far as I'm aware, it wasn't even like a small amount of durability, like, differences. It's like the gun wears out almost immediately kind of stuff. You have to have this constant upkeep. And so when I played Prey, I did not put that on. I think I played it twice. I didn't get very far the first time, I think. And then I came back and like played it a second time or something, and finished the game. I think I got like almost every achievement, almost every one. I missed a couple. There was one where I had to kill everybody, which is a dark achievement. But anyways, I think I saved everyone and then tried to kill everyone all in the same run, and I don't think it worked. I think it bugged out actually, technically, but anyway, durability in that game just kind of didn't feel okay, in my opinion. It felt weird and off-putting. So I clearly have a bias towards Diablo games and saying that, like, Diablo games have durability and they should probably have durability because it's interesting, and you know, you can't have ethereal without durability. I mean, you absolutely could, but that is an argument, though. You can't have ethereal items, but you know, you could have ethereal items that have durability when other items don't. You won't have the benefit of indestructibles. Gosh, dang. How do I not hit you? There. I had to use a potion. Panic potion. But yeah, my armor has crazy durability on it. One of the things is that in both both Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, the higher you go, the more durability items have. So like this saber, for whatever reason, has 45 durability, and that's just absolutely crazy. This hunter's bow has 40 durability. This, whatever that is, has 20. This has 16. This has 15. You can see that it gets really, really high really fast. Even just if we find like a plate mail, dagger, 16 durability. So you got 16 durability as like the lowest, it seems, and then everything else is related to that. 16, 20, 25, stuff like that. So as you're swinging your sword, your saber, you will have a random chance to lose durability if you hit, if you... I'm trying to remember. In Diablo 1, I think it's any swing that attempts to do a damage roll or a hit roll. So like just doing this won't do it, but I think actually having an enemy in front of you will roll the chance. And it's like 1 in 200 or 1 in 300 chance to lose a durability. Trying to remember. Maybe it's 1 in 30. I don't know. I knew this off the top of my head at one point. Oh, jeez. We're in trouble now. Luckily, I can just abuse this doorway. And then every time you get hit, you have a chance of getting staggered. And you have a chance of taking damage. And they're kind of interrelated in both games. At least in the original Diablo 2 they were. I found out that a lot of that kind of got changed over the years. There were like 3 or 4 different forms of block in Diablo 2. Even in the expansion, it kind of carried over. Just gonna keep doing this. Scroll of healing. Let's get rid of one of these potions. Move that in there. Another scroll of healing. Scroll of town portal. It's just not going to let me not have town portals this run.
Now where would I put this?
I don't know, but I need to put it somewhere because it's valuable. I can sell these books. Books are expensive in Diablo. I mean, to be fair, they are magic books. So.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. Starting to leave stuff on the ground. Just littering everywhere. Okay, that's a unique. That's not what I want to do. Here, let's save. Okay. Since the game is tile-based, and you can use these doors like you can, every enemy can fit through doors. Yeah. Take that, Shadow Bite.
I have no room.
Let's identify it, because I have so many things here. 34% extra damage on a Jagged Dagger. Too bad it's really not that valuable. I don't know if it's 1 to 4 naturally, or 1 to 4 after the damage there. I think Diablo 1 does not show you the after the percentage bonus on the actual weapon. It just shows that you have a percentage bonus. I was gonna say, in Diablo 1, at least as far as I'm aware, how stagger works is you have an enemy try to hit you, or 2 characters trying to hit each other. and you swing, and if that swing is higher in damage than the opponent's current level, there might be a divide by 2 or something in there, but it's like the current level or something, then this is Diablo 1. Diablo 2, it's max health, but and Path of Exile uses max health as well. Another one. We have another Identify scroll. Penetrates target's armor. That's crazy. That's way better than chance to hit +1. Don't think it works on bosses, but maybe it does. Doesn't work on bosses in number 2. Anyways, what was I saying? If you take damage greater than, or maybe it's equal to or greater than, your current level, you will take a stagger frame, basically. Your character will take a hit frame. And I think we've covered most of this area. Missed a sarcophagus. So that's up and that's down. Yep. What we are going to do is use a scroll right in front of that. Checking the time here. Let's see. Okay. We got time. We got a little time. Wow. Great sound. If your armor were to absorb the block, the chance to hit fails against the armor class, which is like, it's like armor class plus 50 minus 2 hit chance, where 2 hit chance is like 50 plus some ratio of your dexterity, plus any 2 hit bonuses on your items, like that. So I think it's like, I think it's every 5 dexterity gives you 1, maybe it's 2 hit chance. I need to identify anything.
Hello, my friend.
Nope.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, we're gonna throw that on the ground. Throw that on the ground. Save for a second. And then we'll sell the rest for sure.
Whoa,
For sure,
what
sell.
can I do for you?
Let's see here. That's a 2-handed. Didn't I just sell something like that? Or maybe I just saw it when I was in. Short bow of many has high durability. Very high durability. I think it's the 50% more there. Skull cap of light. Okay. Plus 10 to magic. That could be pretty good. Oh, I can't afford it. No way can I afford that right now. Okay, we're gonna sell
What can I do for you?
the bronze one. Keep the other one for now. I'm gonna need some strength eventually to wield it. I'll need some magic eventually to... I want to not have to buy Scrolls of Town Portal. I like to learn Teleport as a skill. Town Portal as a skill, a spell or whatever.
Soul in search of answers.
Let's see here. We got Scroll of Inferno, Book of Firebolt, Book of Holy Bolt. Do I not have... There it is. Like, I know I have another one. Potion of Rejuvenation. Those give, I think, 50% of both health and mana. pretty good stuff. It's cool. Roll of phasing, stone curse. Never actually used stone curse. I've tried to use it a couple times on like a mini boss and it didn't work. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was very confused. Staff of Flash. I believe Flash is like a little mini teleport. And resist all 15%. That's actually pretty good. If that resist all was attached to any form of charges, that would be an excellent staff for let's just start selling potions. I just don't want them in my inventory anymore. Town portal, town portal, town portal, town portal. Identify. Healing, healing, healing. Like the music is slowing down and sluggish here. I do like to play at least the early parts of Diablo 1 without buying a lot of potions. It's really expensive to buy potions. Like, I think they're 50 a piece. I guess I have quite a bit of money, but I'm going the wrong way as well. But I might want to have them on hand. I wish I could find a better helmet. That'd be nice.
What ails you, my friend?
Rejuvenation. I don't know why there's duplicates of items in here. I'm pretty sure he can't run out ever. But I think it's because they're like placeholders for other stuff. Maybe. There's some weird decisions in old games because, you know, there wasn't a formula. There was nothing figured out. It was just haphazard game design, and it worked. Survivor Bias 2. Diablo 1 was a successful game, and therefore we know of it. There was a sequel because it was successful. Oh, I didn't repair my stuff, but I don't think it matters at the moment. Glimmering Shrine. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. That's fine. That zombie took quite a few hits due to the multiplicative nature of that damage difference of the blade. I think I had to hit him 4 times instead of like 2 kind of thing. Oh, and in both games, Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 specifically, when I say both games, enemies have random health. They do not have guaranteed health. They have kind of a goal, but they could be like 4 health, or they could be 8 health, or they could be 10 health, stuff like that. I actually really like that. I think that used to be common in some of the turn-based games, like Final Fantasies. Maybe not all of them, but some of them might have had random health on enemies. Some of that might have just been configurations of the battle. You had 3 of these, you know, three of one dude and 1 of another dude, and when you got that configuration, the 3s were slightly weaker or something. Now I've gotten off on a tangent here. Book of Inferno. That's neat. Aim for the head. Aim for the head. It's a zombie. It's a man-bat thing. This out of here and put that over here. I too would be horrified if I saw a skeleton holding two, not one, but two cleavers. Let's get some strength. We'll start working towards one of these. Or that one specifically, at least. Oh my gosh. I am trapped. I am trapped. Okay, there we go. It moved around just enough for me to get out. Every time you hear that clink sound, that's my shield going off. Ah, that was so obnoxious. Jumping back, I was talking about stagger. So if an attack were to stagger you based on the damage it would deal, even if you block it or if your armor, I think if your armor absorbs it, you still get staggered in Diablo 1. And I think early Diablo 2 was the same way. So the idea is like you can block, you just don't necessarily... Something big in there. Archers. My favorite. These guys don't do it, but the smarter ranged enemies will literally just start taking one step and shooting and taking one step and shooting and doing this forever. Ah, that's King Leoric's tomb. I don't know that I'm ready for that. But yeah, so even though I'm blocking, the damage would be high enough for me to actually to normally be staggered. So I would be staggered due to the sheer force of the attack, is I guess the idea. Like a little gargoyle thing. Short bow, not useful. We're not going to take a risk of taking another hit from that. That was big. And due to randomness of how damage and health and everything worked out, the game was originally meant to be a roguelike in the old sense of the roguelike. Turn-based, permadeath, all of that. And their publisher was Blizzard. Decided that they didn't like that and they wanted to have real-time with Battle.net. Kind of grateful for that. I don't know if Diablo 1 would have been as nearly as famous if it was turn-based or simultaneous turn-based, I guess is best way to put that. Every time you move a square or swing a sword, everything else updates. Is kind of how that works. Make an action, the whole world makes an action. I'm wearing leather armor, for Pete's sake. In Diablo 2, especially the pre-resurrected version of Diablo 2. Oh, come on, I was trying to level up right there. We're so close. We just have to get lucky that we don't get hit in the process of trying to... Aha! What a club. Useless garbage. Now we can use this. What's our damage difference? 4 to 11. And it negates all armor. Oh, the delight of just hearing it hit twice in a row. Chop them down. But yeah, randomness. My brain is falling asleep. I apologize. I have a smaller child who is still learning to kind of sleep through the night. A baby. So it becomes difficult sometimes. Don't hurt my shield. My chance to hit is amazing. I must rid the world of undeath. Get out of here. Oh, what is this? It's telling. Okay, that's part of the mod apparently. Then get over here. Open this door. See what's inside. Door number 3. Well, it wasn't a goat. Yet. It'll be a goat later. I guess I'll pick it up until I find something better. But it looks like it's telling me how many hit points it has left before it breaks. I don't think that was part of the original. Oh, jeez. Skullfire, huh? He can't see me. He can't see me. He's decided he doesn't care. I can hear me hitting you. There it is. With a mace. Mace of puncturing. Because why not? But yeah, everything's random. Nothing is guaranteed. Even your potions don't actually heal a set of amount of health. They're random. It's I think it's a random value between 1/8 and like 3/8 per healing potion of your max. And do the calculation, it can be really, really, really low. Because I don't remember how the math works out, but I've used healing potions on like the warrior, and due to like a shrine, I had like very little mana, and it basically rolled a 0, and then I used another one and it rolled a 0 again, and then I used another one and it rolled like I think 3 or something, which must have been the highest. This is a slap fest. Neither one of us can hit each other. I guess I'm hitting him. Just has a lot of health.
Now where would I put
Hey.
this?
Of course, now I don't have a scroll on me to identify that. Give me a scroll. Okay. You didn't do it. Aha. That doesn't even cost mana. What kind of Diablo game is this? I don't think I've played the rogue very much. I've almost always played like the warrior and the sorcerer. Come on. Come around the corner. They scattered because I killed one of them. They've got backup. What do I do? See what I do. I'll go around the backside here. Do not open that door on misclick. Do not misclick that door. There we go.
Now where would I put this?
That Warhammer might be worth something to sell. There we go. Nowhere close to level up. Okay, not gonna risk it. Using a potion. Oh, and scrolls of healing, actually, I think are a completely different formula. So... And I think that was intentionally made for the sorcerer having lower health. So if you use a scroll, it does more of like a full heal. Not a full heal completely, but... I don't know if it's as random or random at all. Probably random. Come on. We will hit each other one of these days. Man, I can't imagine not using this sword. It's giving me such good chance to hit. Another random fact about Diablo 1 is characters have stat maxes. So if you... man, I am finding so many unique dudes. Gut Shank and Flesh Ripper and whatever else. Skull cap. Beautiful. And it's like the lowest armor it possibly can roll, I think. It's disappointing. But yeah, stat caps. So I can't invest entirely in strength on this character. Eventually I'll cap out, probably at like either 65 or 85 or something like that. It won't let me go higher. Same with magic. Just an interesting
Now, where would I put this?
mechanic. We're just gonna keep going with more dexterity. If I can't hit, I can't win. Okay, let's check time. Probably need to cut this short here. We'll go identify this dagger and maybe talk about what it is. But,
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Black Razor. It doesn't show its stats on the other screen because of, That's so funny. Durability 5, damage 1 to 4, Black Razor deals 150% extra damage. So it's like 2 to 10? With plus 2 to Vitality? It has a warning because of how low it is already. Altered durability. I mean... Might as well, I guess? Read a magic, one a magic. Hooray, we have magic, I guess. Oh, that's 7 to magic. 3 armor, 7 to magic. That's a lot of magic. I can read that book now. Anyway, that's it for kind of episode 1 of this. I'll keep going forward. Just a real quick rundown on this unique item is that most uniques in Diablo 1 are actually have some kind of negative effect. So like altered durability or negative stats or something like that. They'll just be so random. Another thing is we didn't do any quests. I was kind of avoiding them because we got Kingly Orc and we got the Butcher. I don't really want to fight the Butcher until... Well, I'm level 9. I feel like I might be leveling faster than normal. I don't know. But I'm level 9. I'm on floor 4, or about to be on floor 4. I could probably take the Butcher pretty easily right now. But the Butcher is level 5, and he's on floor 2. And so he acts as a big gateway, and that's why he killed everybody. He's, you know, really high level. Like I said, I feel like this is maybe wrong. Like I shouldn't be leveling that fast. I don't know. I have to see something. But yeah, negative effects, as well as the unique monsters I keep killing. They have a guaranteed chance that if they drop an item, it will be magical. And they have a 10% chance, I believe it is. It's like 9.5 or 10.5 or something like that. Chance of that item being unique. So you actually have an extremely high chance of getting uniques in Diablo 1, which is interesting as a side note and footnote to this entire episode here. Games like Borderlands have experimented with bosses dropping, you know, specific uniques and tinkering with the ratios and stuff. And I think 10% is what they came up with in the long run too. So I find it interesting that later iterations, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, whatever else, a lot of these games have different ways of handling drops. And I think Grim Dawn, for me, tends to drop way more like uniques or specials or whatever. And bosses have or all enemies have what you see is what you get. So enemies can have randomly special equipment that will actually hit harder or be extra tanky or whatever. And bosses will actually equip the weapon that they're going to drop when they drop it, or armor or whatever. And they have like weapon sets. So I think bosses in Grim Dawn were updated to have a guarantee of their gear. As well as if they have multiple pieces of gear, they can only drop one at a time, something like that. So they'll rotate or randomize between those variations of the gear. So they might drop a helmet or a sword or something. Grim Dawn has a lot more kind of monster infrequence, I think they call it, or monster special weapons and items and stuff. But if I were to ever make a Diablo-like game, which is one of my dreams, I say Diablo-like, not as in Diablo 2-like, but potentially like a Diablo 1.5. We'll see how that plays out. It's probably never going to happen, but we'll see. I think it'd be interesting to reintroduce a lot of that. You starve the player, but when they find something, it's amazing. This is not how Ruthless or Path of Exile 2 felt to me, because it was you're starving the player and then making their life miserable while starving them. But we're finding really cool items where this thing ignores armor, which enemies probably have a maximum of like 15 armor right now. but that's still 15% to hit being just erased from the calculation. Stuff like that. And so it's this more roguelike-ish mentality where gear is maybe rarer, but when you find the right piece, it's just precious. It's a precious ring. It's a ring of plus 20 magic. Yes, those exist. A ring of just plus 20 magic. Suddenly you can use all sorts of magic books and stuff like that. I said that stats over here, they do cap out. So I can't go past probably like 40 or something magic on this character. Maybe it's 60. I don't remember the numbers. But if you have it from gear, you can. And that's how it works. And so that ring suddenly becomes much more valuable. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope it made your day a little bit better. Hope you learned a little bit about Diablo 1. It's been a fun experience testing out this mod. It is not my mod. It is just on GitHub. It is free. You just need the base game on your computer and just like drag and drop a single file into it and it will run. Yeah. So until next time, take care.